Good morning, 3SV. It is Monday, week 9. There are only 2 more weeks to go until the end of term. So we hope that you've got enough energy and enough enthusiasm to get through these next few weeks. This week's a really nice week. We've got Wellbeing Wednesday. So if that means that you don't have any work, and we've just got lovely activities set for you on Wednesday. So a very different kind of a week. So we've got Monday, Tuesday. Let's get cracking. Here's Monday's work. I'm going to make myself a lot smaller and get myself out of the centre. Here we go. So Monday, as usual, you've got spelling. We're looking at plurals. We're continuing on with plurals. We're looking at the words that end with Y. So words like cry and fly. If you look at fly, if I want to have one fly, I have FLY. If I have lots of flies, I have to add IES. But not only add IES, I have to drop the Y. So the rule for this week is drop the Y and add IES to make the singular into a plural. For example, you've got the word here, daddy, daddies. So you've got daddy, Father's Day yesterday. Hope you all had a gorgeous day. So you've got daddy. It ends with a Y. That's one daddy. When you've got lots of daddies, you're going to drop the Y, you add IES. So that is the rule this week. So look, say, cover, write, check for today. We're looking at what the perspective that authors bring to a text. We've got 2 simple little texts here. They are park signs, so little flyers, and they both say welcome, but there's a different attitude attached to the different flyers. So you've got Bayview Park and Bridge Park, 2 very different parks, and the authors are conveying the differences. So we want you to read those 2 little park signs. And the second page is actually just breaking it up a little bit into just the words without the pictures. But we do want you to look at the pictures as well, because they also tell a story about what the author's trying to convey. So we're just really focusing on words and how they're used to change the meaning. You're going to look at this author's perspective table, and you're going to fill that in as accordingly. Just looking at the images, the vocabulary used, the text structure, the tone. The tone does say what words would describe how the video makes you feel, but clearly it's not a video. What words would describe how the flyers make you feel, the park signs? And then what does the author think and what evidence shows this? So what's the attitude of the author? So we want you to have a look at the park signs, and you can choose one of those and fill that out accordingly. You've also got here, this is a cut and paste activity, and it's about identifying the author's purpose. So what you're going to do here, it's number 5 on our list in our framework, you're going to cut out these different activities or different texts. So looking at the toy catalogue, we want you to identify what is the purpose of the author. What are they trying to do when they're creating a toy catalogue? Are they there to inform you, to entertain you, or to persuade you? Clearly, a toy catalogue is informing you. And there are definitely elements of entertainment with the colour and the pictures and all the jazz that goes on in those toy catalogues. But ultimately, it's there to persuade you, to make you want to buy something. So you would cut and paste the toy catalogue into the persuade. You're going to look at all the other ones, the diary, the poem, the comic book, etc., and go on from there and do the cut and paste and pop them into the right column. We're also looking at adverbs today. Adverbs describe the verb. So they tell us more about what the verb is doing. For example, in this first identifying verbs sheet, it says he played happily. So played is clearly the verb. So how did he play? He didn't play sadly. He didn't play grumpily. He played happily. So it's describing what's the verb doing. So we want you to go and use the adverb word bank and pop the word that is the most appropriate for each of those sentences. These are different leveled, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1, on question 2, you're really just circling the adverb. Which one is the adverb? LY, ILY are big hints to what the adverb is. The second level is the same. They're asking you to circle the adverb in the beginning, but then they want you to use the word bank to help you complete the sentences in the second part of that sheet. The third level is telling you, it's asking you to look at the sentence again to circle the adverb, but you're to come up with your own adverb that will make those sensible. Not crazy, sensible. So that's adverbs. They describe the verb. The word verb is in adverb, so it should help you to identify, oh, I'm looking for the verb here. What's the verb and how's it described? We're stretching our sentences today. This sheet is attached to your other worksheet, so it is a little bit set out a little bit funnily, but the sentence that we're showing you first up and going through is the ugly witch. We want to know who, what, why, where, and when. And you're going to be doing this. You're going to pick a sentence, you're going to build it. So, and you've been doing this before, so it's not unusual and not new to you. So the ugly witch, we're adding the what factor. The ugly witch flies on her broomstick. Now we're going to add the when factor. In the darkest night, the ugly witch flies on her broomstick. Now we're going to add the where factor. In the darkest night, the ugly witch flies on her broomstick to the forest. Now we're going to add the why factor. In the darkest night, the ugly witch flies on her broomstick to the forest to gather ingredients for her spell. So if you're going from that very first one, which said the ugly witch, really not even a sentence, is it? The ugly witch, there's no verb in that sentence, so it's not even a sentence, but it's an idea, it's a beginning sentence, and then the rest build it to this beautiful sentence at the end. So you're going to do the same. In this page here, you're going to stretch the sentence. This one is a tiny sentence. It opened. Well, I want to know who, what, where, when, and why, and pop that all into one sentence. They yelled. The same thing. Who, what, when, why. Give that, so you've got 5 examples there to do. Then we want you to just choose one of them, and then we want you to do the same thing. Make this a really good one because you've had a lot of practice in those other ones, so that make this one a really special good one. All right, maths. I'm not going to explain the maths here because there are little videos that take you right through the maths. It is the split strategy, multiplication, really great. If you get onto this, you'll be fantastic at understanding how to do those sums, which we had a few last week when we were doing area. Some of you weren't brave enough to try those. That's totally fine. We're looking at the split strategy, and then we're going to learn about the area strategy. So all really linked. All these things are linked. So click on the framework and I will pop up and explain those for you. 2 different levels anyway. And finishing off today, you've got Miss Hollins in the afternoon, and she is going to continue reading the holes. She's going to continue reading the holes. I will put that in the, they're clicking through, making us all go dizzy. I'll put that in the classroom so that you can click onto that straight away. Over and out from me, magic word that I want to hear from you is stardust. I wonder if anybody gets to this level and they can say to me, oh, Mrs. Stewart, your magic word was stardust. I'll be very, very happy. In fact, I might even turn that into a little quiz and we'll see if we can get anybody. Is anybody out there watching this? I don't know. We hope that you are. Anyway, have a lovely day. See you at the Zoom. Have a lovely day. Bye.